This is Renée Maurer, Assistant Curator at the Phillips Collection. I would like to invite you to visit the exhibition Georges Braque and the Cubist Still Life, 1928 to 1945, on view this summer at the museum from June 8th to September 1st, 2013. Georges Braque and the Cubist Still Life, 1928 to 1945, is the first in-depth look at the years leading up to and through World War II, a period of experimentation and transition in Braque's career, when he used the motif of still life to synthesize Cubist discoveries and hone his individual style. These works trace the artist's journey from painting still life in intimate rooms in the late 1920s to intertwining vibrant objects, decorative motifs, and interior space during the 1930s to depicting the unassuming personal effects of daily life in the 1940s. Georges Braque and the Cubist Still Life, 1928 to 45, brings together for the first time in 80 years the Braque paintings known as the Rosenberg Quartet from 1928 and 29. Used as models for marble panels in the Paris apartment of Braque's art dealer, Paul Rosenberg, the four canvases reveal aspects of Braque's process. All were in his studio at the same time, at various stages of completion, as he reworked them over several years. Other paintings in the exhibition show Braque's interest in conveying the physicality and tactile qualities of objects and surrounding space, starting with the ground layer. In the round table from 1929 and the pink tablecloth from 1933, Braque experimented with adding sand to a white ground layer to show how texture could be used to enhance color. During the decade of the 1930s, Braque's art was featured in retrospectives in Europe and in the U.S. Duncan Phillips, a major supporter, helped to introduce Braque's work to a wider American audience with his acquisitions and installations. Braque featured richly ornamented still lifes in bourgeoisie interiors in the mid-1930s, but by the end of the decade and into the early 1940s, he shifted focus to his studio and his intimate possessions, an easel, a palette, paintings, and on occasion a skull, as seen in Still Life with Black Vase from 1938. Braque remained in Paris during Germany's occupation of France. Although he did not exhibit frequently during the war, in 1943 he was honored with a special room at the Salon d'Automne in Paris, where his paintings depicted modest objects grouped on trays and washstands in more structured interiors. Some wondered why Braque hadn't directly addressed political events. Others understood that Braque was on a different journey, one that led him to create autonomous works free from time and place.